Take 873. Hi, everybody. I know it's been a very long time since I've recorded, and you can probably tell. Hi, Sue. I know you're going to watch this, and you just asked me what design I prefer. I will tell you when I'm done recording. Anyway, hi. It's been forever. Life happened. It was summer. Kids were home from school. And I really didn't get a lot of knitting done. I was kind of in a knitting slump, and I'll talk about that towards the end and life stuff, and maybe some of my tricks to get me back into knitting will maybe help you. So I have very few finished objects. Sorry, this cat is wanting lovies. I have very few finished objects. I have a pair of socks that are dirty that I need to wash. So I'm not going to show I won't show them. Excuse me, ma'am. I won't show them, but I will insert a picture here. Hopefully I will remember. And then I have one other big whip, and then I have a few whip. AFO, because I haven't woven the ends in because, well, I don't want to. I will eventually, though. Is my 2 skein shawl. Just a very simple pattern. I kind of came up with it myself. I came up with the striping sequence. It's not as long or deep as I wanted it to be because I wanted to put it over my shoulders like this, but it works perfect for this type. But of course it's gonna be hard to put on, and because I never know how to wear them, and then I fiddle with them, and it takes me like 8 years to get them right. So if anybody has tips or tricks on how to wear these shawls, let me know. There, that's okay, but it's too hot. It's actually not too bad here. I think it got to 82, 83 today, which has been gorgeous. The yarn is Whimsical You. I didn't know what I wanted to knit. I wanted to do a mindless garter stitch project and told Kennedy, my 17-year-old, to go pick out some yarn. And that's what she did, and this is what I got out of it. It's blocked, and it grew so much. I was so thankful because I was like, this should be way bigger. And well, it blocked out to a decent size. So I love it. I'm showing you guys the back, but the back looks kind of cool too. So this is one whip, and again, I had those socks, and I'll insert a picture. Then simple washcloth. That's an AFO. I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby, which is pretty much my favorite. But my friend Amber, this again is going to be an Amber. This episode is sponsored by Amber. I made a mistake right here. Picked it up and knit the wrong way, but I didn't feel like, I noticed it when I was like right here, and I said, it's a washcloth. I'm not going to worry about it. So I need to weave the ends in there, but when I use fingering weight yarn, I use a smaller tapestry needle, and I can't find my bigger ones right now. So that's the only reason the ends are not woven in. Okay, a little bit of story time. I was watching the We Share Needles podcast, and even if I'm not in the mood to knit or anything, basically they are the only ones that I'm like, oh, new episode, I have to watch it. And I was hoping it would kind of get me into wanting to knit. I was diamond painting for a while, and while I love diamond painting, it's so hard because with knitting you can pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. But with diamond painting, you can't do that. Like, you just can't. It's a big, long process to get anything accomplished or even to get it out. So I kind of put that away for a while. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something. I was very bored. I worked on the house, and because when I was working, things got so far behind in the house. And so once I quit working, I tried to get things, organized and back in order, and I did, but then I was bored. So knitting, I picked up one of my whips and I said, no, I would rather stab myself in the thigh with this knitting needle right now than to put this heel on. I didn't feel like casting anything on. So I was watching We Share Needles, and Maddie was talking about all the cozies that she made. I really wanted a cozy. Yes, I could have made a yarn cozy, but I really wanted a cozy for the cups that I use. I could not find a pattern. I looked on Ravelry. Amber looked on Ravelry. I had another friend looking on Ravelry for me. I could not find a pattern anywhere. So I took a deep breath. I figured out, I did a swatch. Well, I used a sock as a swatch because I was using the same size needles and the same weight of yarn. So I did a swatch with the using my sock, and I realized that around the sock was perfect, so I needed it to be 64 stitches, but I wasn't sure how I wanted to do the increases, how to make it lay flat. So I contacted Sue and I told her my idea, and she's like, we got this. So she walked me through the math. I did the math myself, but she walked me through it because I asked her, I said, I need to know how to do the math and I need to know the equations and stuff so that I can figure out how to do my own thing so I don't have to message you all the time. So she walked me through it and I came up with my own cozy pattern. I'm super excited about it. It's out to testers. I have 5 people testing it, and then once I get that back, I'm going to go ahead and put it up on Ravelry, so I'll let you guys know when that is live. I'm super excited about it because I didn't think I'd ever be able to come up with my own pattern. Yes, I've come up with shawl patterns before, but that's just the striping. That has nothing to do with the construction or anything like that. It's just the striping. So it was a lot of fun, and that really got me back into knitting. So with further ado, I will show you the pattern. It is a stemless wine glass cozy. These are my favorite cups for anything. I'm currently drinking a vodka tonic out of it, but it's my favorite. They're my favorite shape, like my favorite cups. But since we moved to Kentucky, I realized how badly my drinks sweat, and I'm really clumsy, like super clumsy. I will absolutely spill something if, God, my hair, I need to cut. I will absolutely spill something if that's an option. So I thought of a cozy, but really didn't. I have Knitty Natties, and so I was like, I don't want to do something like that. I want the bottom closed a little more, and so I came up with the pattern. This is the second one I made, and I've made 4. This yarn is I love how it pulled. This yarn is a mystery skein. I got it off a D-stash on Etsy, and there wasn't a tag or anything. So it's a mystery skein. Tried to make socks with it last year for Halloween. I hated how it was turning out. Tried to make Musselburgh. Hated how it was turning out. So it just kind of sat in my stash. But now I've made use of it. And I'll show you what I have left because that's actually going into another project when we talk about dream knitting. So this, like I said, this is the third one I made. And I brought this cup to show you the other ones. This is the last one I made. I made it today. It's still blocking, but I think it's good enough. This one I did stockinette because I was wondering if stockinette would work, because sometimes I just want to knit stockinette. And instead of doing the stretchy I-cord bind off, I just bound off because it curls, stockinette curls. So I think it's really cute, but I ran out of yarn and I couldn't use any more of it. So I was like, well, I guess I can actually drink out of it, because one of the reasons I made these ones are so much longer is because I never drink out of these without a straw. Always, always, always have a straw. I don't care what I'm drinking, it's a straw. So I have a stockinette version. Then I was thinking I wanted to try another ribbed pattern. I'll show you my very first one, but I'm gonna stick with these because it's the same yarn. And this is a 1x1. I hated every stitch of this one. I love the way it looks, but I also like the 2x2 ribbing better. I like the 2x2 ribbing better. Much, much, much better. So the pattern will come with stockinette 2x2 and 1x1. It's kind of self-explanatory though. And then my very first one was, it's Bucks and Cat Knits, but I can't remember the colorway. This was the very first one I made. This one's a little shorter too, just so that, you know, if I did want to drink it out of like this, you can. But you can also make them longer, obviously, like I did the other ones. So this was my very first one. I made it to match this cup. Because this is my cup. Don has a blue one. I have not made him any yet, but he's really not the type to use one. He'll use it if I make his drink and put it in there, but so this is something I'm really proud of, and I think they're really cute. And like I said, the pattern will be up on Ravelry hopefully mid next month. So that's basically what I've been doing. That's pretty much all I've gotten done. Oh, I did get one of my Jelly Roll socks done, and that's the one that I looked at it. Sorry, I'm trying to block this out. I picked it up, I looked at it, and I said, no, I don't want to do that. I really don't. So I put it away. But I pulled it out because it's a hoe. Kind of. I have a million ends to weave in. I don't remember if this was completed last time or not. The hot pink and yellow are from the Tainted Love mini set from Bucks and Cat Knits. And then the black is, it's Hawthorne. I can't remember the I think it's Coal. It's Hawthorne. So super cute. This is a really, really fun pattern. But like I said, I've got that much done. I'm to the heel, and I don't wanna, so I'm not gonna. I'll eventually want to pick it back up again, but right now, just it's not bringing me joy. And I talked to some friends, and I decided that it was okay to not knit something if it was not bringing me joy. So right now, cozies are bringing me joy. So that's basically what I've been working on. I made this one not yesterday, the day before. And then I finished the other two, and I started another cozy, and I'll show that to you in a minute when we move on to whips, which is where we're at right now. I'm so tired. Just getting up at 5 every morning is killing me. Ryan has to be down at the bus stop at 6:20. And he's a kid that gets ready so fast. Like, he's got his clothes laid out at the end of his bed, he gets up, changes, and is ready to go. But I have to get up early because I need to drink at least a half a cup of coffee before I get him out of bed. So if the clinking is bothering you, I'm so sorry. Okay, we're going to move on to whips. Excuse me, ma'am. This is mine. This is in my favorite bag of all time. Excuse the cat hair, because there's a lot. Favorite bag of all time, my Schrute Farms bag. And then, this is the best part, the inside. I love it. I love it so much. Love it so much. And then I've got my Guilty of KUI Knitting Under the Influence button. And then when I ordered, I didn't bring that in here. I probably should have. I'll show it next time. I forgot that that was actually something I acquired since my last podcast. I got the Nightmare Before Christmas mini set from Bucks and Cat Knits, and it came with this, and it's so cute, and I love it. That's her little logo, and I think it's so, so sweet. She is actually, excuse me, ma'am. I'm on my bed right now because I want to be comfy cozy. And she's walking by and like the tripod is going like this. Anyway, her logo is actually made after her daughters. It's a mix of both her daughters, which I think is really cool. Okay, so I started watching Cozy Up with the Stitchin' Sisters. I can never say it. Stitchin' Sisters. And I'm weird when I watch podcasts. I have to start at the very beginning, and oh my gosh, there's so many of their episodes. But that's okay, because I really enjoy them. What is happening? Oh. So, when they first started podcasting, they were obsessed with the Bendy Arrow shawl. I fell in love with it and decided I need to make it. I'm getting glared at. So, excuse me. So, I started one. Okay, the reason I haven't had my ring light on is because I will show you. Oh, this right here drives me nuts. I look like I have two little different eyeballs, but the color of the yarn wasn't showing up very well. That isn't either. Let's see if I can get a better. That's a little better. It is so pretty, and oh my gosh, this yarn is so soft. Getting it out makes me kind of want to work on it, which I'm glad I did get it out, because I do need to work on it. It's a really fun pattern. The construction is very interesting, and so I'm super excited to get it done and wear it. The yarn was hand dyed by my friend Amber. Like I said, this is brought to you by Amber. It's where I got this cool shirt. I'd rather be knitting. I wore it to the doctor's the other day. Okay, yeah, I'm not even going to try and unravel this, because we're going to have this teal, and I have gone round and round. I think Sam got a hold of it when it was in the skein. Or Hank. Is it skein or Hank? I think it's Hank when it's in the twisty thing, and then it's, I don't know what it's, someone tell me the actual technical terms. So the first color is no color name, but this is what it looks like. It's a little more green. Let me see if I can, oh no, yeah, right there. It's a little more green than it's showing up on camera. I can't do that anymore, sorry. It's a little more green, but because that's really blue. Picture this, but more of a teal. It's so pretty. I love it. And then there's this, and that's actually coming up pretty accurately. This yarn is so soft. Oh, I love it. I could just squish it. So that's my Bendy Arrow. I'm just pretty excited about it. It's been a really fun pattern, and one thing that I learned is when knitting this, I realized that I'm getting a lot better at reading my knitting, so I can look at it and be like, oh, okay. Because I would normally stay away from like 4-row repeats, especially in garter, because I had a hard time counting rows and reading my, hi Mom, I'm not ignoring you, I'm podcasting. I don't know if you're even going to watch this, but hi. So I'm able to read my knitting a lot better, and that's opened up a lot of possibilities and a lot more patterns for me. And then the other thing I'm working on, yes, I only have 2 whips. Shocking, I know. But, and again, this is another one that I got gifted. It was a sock blank. Oh, that was such a long story time. So I got this sock blank. I thought it was beautiful. And it was fingering held double, which I thought was just supposed to be a DK, so I wound it into a ball. Then I realized that it wasn't supposed to be a DK. It was supposed to be to where you could knit 2 socks at a time. I was like, oh man. So it took me, Ryan, and Katie to unravel it. Katie was rolling a ball. I was rolling a ball. Ryan had it and was holding it so that the twist didn't, like, because the twist, it would untwist while we're rolling the balls, but that twist would run all the way down. Oh, it was such a nightmare. I yelled at them a little more than I should have. I didn't really yell, but I was like, oh, stop. It was really frustrating, but it got done, and I'm so glad that it did. This is the Yarn Cozy Light by Knitty Natty. And I had no idea what this yarn was going to look like knit up. And it's so fun. And then my little progress keeper. Let's see, how can I do this? I made my little progress keeper. He's so cute. So yeah, other than that, I decided, because I do have some Halloween stuff and fall stuff that I want to make, and I'll obviously talk about that in here in a second with dream knitting and future plans, because I literally have a very small cozy and that shawl. I wanted to make a fall themed yarn cozy to put my, well, not fall themed, Halloween themed cozy to put my yarn in, because I have quite a few Halloween projects coming up. I don't know if anyone knows. Well, I know that some people that watch know, because we have talked about it, but they're having a Monster Musselburgh and Monster Musselburgh. I still can't think of it like that. I've been trying, but I still can't think about it like that. It's Musselburgh. But anyway, they're having a Monster Musselburgh knit along, and you use scraps. And I'm super excited because I've been wanting to make another one. I'm not even going to say the word again because I say it incorrectly, and yeah. So I've been wanting to make another one. I really couldn't pull the trigger on the yarn, and I was like, I don't know what to, Again, I was in a knitting funk making these cozies. Really, I started with that washcloth, and getting a project completed and getting something off the needles quickly really kind of re-energized my love for knitting. So my dream knitting is, I think I already said that, but that's the Yarn Cozy Light by Knitty Natty. I have not made one yet, and I'm super excited to make one. My yarn for the Musselburgh, the Monster Musselburgh. One half is going to be this, which is the same as all my yarn cozies. That's why I said I ran out of yarn on that last one, because I don't want to take any more from this, because if I take more from this, I'm not going to have enough to finish the Musselburgh. So the first half is going to be this. And then I'm going to stripe the other half. So it'll be like an inside out 2 hats type of thing with this. The orange does not have a tag, but I can tell you without a doubt it is Bucks and Catnits. The purple is Nanette Wake Studios. I'm not sure the colorway because it came in a bouquet. And then this is Peridot, 75% merino, 25% nylon, 92 yards. And it has no name. So I don't know who the yarn dyer is or anything like that. So that's one project that that cow starts on September 1st. I just want to start it. But then I have another project that I really want to start, but it's also a Musselburgh. I have three planned right now, and it's kind of killing me just a little bit. We're going to kind of go into acquisitions. I got a package yesterday that I was not expecting, and I was so excited. Well, I was expecting it, but I didn't find out I should be expecting it until Sunday, and today's Tuesday. So I got it on Monday. Oh, I saw this skein and I said, that's the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm obsessed with that. That's the prettiest skein of yarn I've ever seen in my life. I'm obsessed with Halloween. Halloween's my favorite holiday. Fall is my favorite time of year. I'm dying for fall, and it's only mid-August. I've been dying for it since like July. So Amber sent me this because we have an ongoing date where we knit and talk, video chat for probably an hour every week. Sometimes it's a little longer, sometimes it's not as long, but we definitely try and get it done once a week, because I don't have any in real life knitting friends, and I know she has a few. Her sister knits or crochets, and so I don't have anyone that I can actually like talk to. Texting, yes, but like actually talking to. So we make sure to do that because it makes us so happy. So she sent this to me, and I was so excited. And then she was showing me all of her Halloween yarn. I was very jealous, by the way. But she showed me this gem, and it's all funky because I'm the one that rolled it. I can never twist hanks right. She showed me this beautiful neon, I guess it's not neon, but it's like acid green and black and orange and yellow. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love it. She dyed this, so it's not something that you can buy. It's something that she dyed, and I fell in love with it, and of course she sent it to me. And this is the really soft stuff that the shawl is made out of. For some reason, if yarn is really, really soft, I have a hard time making socks out of it, because I feel like it needs to be either next to your face in a shawl or like on your head for a hat. So this is definitely gonna be a Musselburgh, because I saw Andy the Knitress did knit this up on her knitting machine with a 1x1 rib. I'm a masochist, but I'm not that much of a masochist. There's no way that I'm gonna make a hat out of fingering weight yarn with a 2.75 and 1x1 rib. That's just not gonna happen. As badly as I want that hat and as amazing as I think that hat is, that is absolutely not going to happen. So it's gonna be Musselburgh. Absolutely, without fail, it's gonna be Musselburgh unless I find another pattern, but it has to be a hat. I don't want a shawl, it has to be a hat, because knit up, the way the yarn knits up is just perfection for a hat. Then, my leg's falling asleep. Then she sent me some Bravo worsted, because everything's looking way more blue. Because Sam always steals my hats, always, without fail. And he always wants me to make him a hat. But I'm not going to make a 3-year-old a hat out of wool, even superwash wool. I'm not going to do it because he will lose it. So she sent me this to make him a hat, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the antler toque. Sorry, Dawn. I'm married to a Canadian. I can't say that word right. That's not cool. It's going to be an antler toque. because that's such a fun pattern and it's so pretty, and that's what it needs to be. Then she really wants me to try brioche, and she sent me, it's a few episodes ago, she sent me a really bright, vivid green bulky yarn. Well, there is a pattern for a brioche cowl that's bulky, and I think that I will have an easier time learning brioche in a thicker yarn. I have a pattern for a bandana cowl in brioche, and I've tried it like 4 times and I keep messing it up, and you have to cast on like 128 stitches, and so I just get frustrated, rip it out, throw it down, and say I'm never going to learn brioche. So she had to send me something to go with the green. So Ryan doesn't know it yet, but he is going to get a brioche cowl because he really wants something in that green, and then he saw this blue and he really wants something in this blue. Why I'm shaking like this, I will never know. So I'm going to make him that, and I thought about casting that on here pretty soon, maybe tomorrow or something. No promises. You know who I'm saying that to. You know who you are. No promises, but I promise I will do a brioche cowl. I have the pattern, I have the needles, I now have the yarn. I will do it, but I have to do it when I don't have children because I'll want to pull my hair up. Yeah. This last acquisition made my jaw drop. Amber went to a fiber festival. I can't remember which one it was. It's going to bug me. I'll either put it down below or put it across the screen because I'll just ask her what it was. But I was so jealous because she was at a fiber festival. And she gets home and she goes, by the way, I bought your Christmas present. Apparently she couldn't wait for Christmas. And I totally get why. Sorry for the crinkling. Oh, it's so pretty. I totally get why she thought of me and had to get it for me. Oh, it's black and red minis. I don't even want to knit them. I just want to stare at them like this. Okay, I'm lying. I do want to knit them, and this is another thing that I want to make Mossberg out of. I found a faded beanie pattern, and I don't want to do the beanie. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take because the pattern calls for 6 minis. So I'm going to take the faded part, so fade it the way that she says, and then once I get to the end of that fade, I'm going to flip it and do it the other way, so it'll be a reversible hat. And I would really like to be able to get this done for the Monster Muscle Burra, but I don't think I will. Sorry, I gotta stop crinkling. These minis are from Victoria House Fibers. The set is called Heart of a Dark Queen. Fingering weight, 120 grams, approximately 52 yards, and each is 92 yards and 20 grams. I'm going to show it to you again because it is beautiful. So pretty, so pretty. I can't even tell you how much I love this. Like, I died when she showed it to me because we were on video chat, and she's like, okay, I was sitting here staring at me, and I need to show it to you because even though I shouldn't, because it's your Christmas present. So I got a Christmas present early. I'm so excited. I'm looking around to see if I missed anything, and I don't think I did. This is going to be kind of a shorter episode because I really don't have much to talk about. I mean, I have some life stuff that I'm going to share, but, you know, the knitting was kind of slim. The acquisitions weren't, but the knitting was kind of slim. Life stuff. One of the reasons that I wasn't recording was not only was it summer and the kids were home, but I was working anywhere from 10 to 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, and The job was incredibly stressful because not only was I supposed to be a manager in training, I wasn't treated like a manager. Um, I was salary, but not. I was salary only when it was convenient for them because we took a trip to Kansas. I think I talked about it last episode. Um, we took a trip to Kansas and it was a 4-day trip, and I was told that I would not get paid for those days because I need to work 50 hours a week to get paid my salary. Doesn't quite seem right to me. Then I found out some other things, and the other things made me not comfortable working there. And Dawn was not comfortable with me working there after we found those things out. So I put my 2 weeks notice in, and I was told not to come back in. So I am now a stay-at-home mom again. I have decided that while I love my children, I like them a lot more when I'm working. It's a lot better now that they're in school, but I was so used to working and then being at home all the time. While I have a lot of knitting time now, which is super exciting, I don't have anything. It's not good for my mental health. So what I've decided to do is, until I can find a job, I'm going to turn my YouTube channel and my Instagram into my job. I'm going to try and put a lot more effort into it. I'm going to start doing show notes, after today. I just needed to get on here. I needed to record. I needed to get back into the swing of things. And writing the pattern and having the time to sit down and knit has really, really helped me want to knit and helped me really want to get back into podcasting and my Instagram. So if anybody has any advice or tips and tricks on how to grow your YouTube channel, how to grow your Instagram, I would love to hear it, because I need to put my energy, that work energy that I was putting out, I need to put that towards something else, because if I don't, my mental health is going to take a toll. And when my mental health takes a toll, it takes a toll on my whole family, and that's horrible and I hate it. So we don't want to go through that. So if anybody has any tips or tricks, let me know. Another thing I do want to touch on really quickly, I am going to be hosting a knit along. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it, but it will be like a Yarny Bestie cow, where you either knit something from yarn that was gifted from your Yarny Bestie, or knit something for your Yarny Bestie. So that I haven't come up with like the rules, the prizes, anything like that. But I'll I'm gonna figure that out, and then so I'd love to have a lot of participation in that. I think it's especially great when you get something gifted to you that is either yarn that you didn't pick out, or a pattern or a knitted item that you didn't knit, because we all know that you put love into every single stitch of everything you make, whether you're a process or a product knitter, you put love into every single stitch. So let's celebrate that love. And there's always for the spouse or for Christmas presents. And yes, it can be Christmas presents, but we kind of always overlook our bestie, our Yarny Bestie. If you don't have one, let me know, and we can be Yarny Besties. But yeah, I just think it's a really, really, really fun idea. So once I get everything flushed out and figured out, I'll let you guys know. And I think that's about it. Just looked at the clock, and dinner's going to be ready here soon. The best part about dinner is I don't cook, Dawn isn't cooking, and there's no dishes because we're having pizza. I'm super excited about it. I'm a little nervous because there's two things. I've been really trying hard to lose weight. From February 2018 until now, I've lost 54 pounds. I've lost 54 pounds from 2018 to right now. I am under 200 pounds for the first time in 11 years. Because I think after I had Ryan, I gained a lot of weight with Ryan, and then poof, it never went away. So I've really been working hard. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, especially in 4 years, but throw a pregnancy in that, and I'm pretty darn proud of myself. So with pizza, I have no self-control when it comes to pizza, and I have no self-control when it comes to Oreos. I do not buy Oreos for that specific reason. If I do, I buy them for Kennedy, and she hides them from me because I will sit down and I will eat. I will make myself sick on Oreos, especially the Java chip ones. Oh my god, they're so good. But that and pizza is like my biggest downfall. So I'm like, oh, no, I'm gonna be good. So I am going to go have dinner with the family, get the kids showered, make sure homework's done, and hopefully maybe finish my yarn cozy so that I can have it all ready for my next project, which, to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to start anything more than a cozy or a dishcloth until the first, when I do the Musselburgh, the Monster Musselburgh Mal. So I hope everybody has a great day, night, whatever time you're watching this. Cheers. I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe and share with your friends. Have a great day. Bye.